Hello everybody, welcome back to Frontier Mentality. Let's see if we can get us propped up. Okay. So if you've been watching the news, you would understand that Georgia is under a no fire ban in all of our counties now. It was just 91, but it's been updated to all counties. And they were saying no charcoal, no grills, no contained fire pits, nothing. Because we do have some really big forest fires south. We're in a 20-year drought that's one of our largest droughts. And so that got me thinking a little bit. And it's been a long time since I looked at the FEMA list. They give you a basic 4, but I went a little deeper into it and I got a basic 25. And I wanted to go over that with y'all. So this is twofold. It's shelter in your place or flee your place. So the basic, and they're doing it as a 72-hour to, it's theirs, their recommendation or whatever is 72 hours, so 3 days. I am gonna say let's aim for 2 weeks, because if you have to flee because of fire and you might not be coming home to a home, or so we want to make sure you have enough, a little bit to get you through until you can get the aid and insurance and everything rolling back to get you to what you need. So FEMA says water, food, radio, and flashlights. And then it goes into a deeper list, which we're going to do, and it's 25. So shelter in place. So you would need plastic sheeting and duct tape. What does this do? This makes your inside your home a safety from smoke, chemicals, or biological weapons. You need the 10 mil. So what I have found useful for whatever room or area you're designating as your safe area, you're going to tape up all outside windows on the inside. You're not going to do it on the outside because it could be dangerous already, so you're going to do it on the inside. You also are going to tape up air vents in your home, and also the air intake vent for your air conditioner. So open your plastic sheeting, measure your doors, your windows, your air vents, your air conditioning vents, and label them. Kitchen windows, which window it is, if it's the little window or it's the bigger window, if it's the outside door to the garage or it's the front door. Have them all labeled, write with a Sharpie, fold them up, put them in a Tupperware container, and as long as you're keeping the plastic in a cool area, it's not going to deteriorate. Okay, number 2, and this one I did not know, or I wouldn't even thought about, and I was kind of glad I found it. A no spark wrench. It's for gas lines. So if you have gas in your home, natural gas, you need to have either a brass wrench or an aluminum wrench. You do not want a steel one, because if you got a spark and you're cutting that off, you would wish that you had listened to Michelle. And the pricing on those wrenches were $12. I would suggest that you do a little hook, twist it into the wall or whatever, or cabinet near where that valve is, and hang it there, so you never, in emergency, our brains are not thinking as they should, and to have it right there is best. So it'd be like an earthquake or a tornado went through and messed things up, so you're going to want to turn off that valve. Okay. Uh, Manual can openers. One is none, and two is one, and three is best. So I'm going to tell you to have three. I'm going to tell you to have two manual can openers in your home. And I'm also going to tell you to have two ball. If you look at my canning supply list, you'll see the ball can opener. And have one in your car. So if you have to flee and you're putting all that stuff in your car, you're not having to think about what you got and don't have. Number 4, bleach, unscented bleach, and a eyedropper. And I would highly suggest that you start buying Pool Shock because it's shelf stable and you can mix it and put it into your bleach bottle because it already has bleach in it. So if you're making up 6 months for regular bleach, Pool Shock a lot longer. So you would do 8 drops of bleach to a gallon of water. Shake it up or stir it. Let it sit for 30 minutes. Then you have safe drinking water. Number 5, moist towelettes, a heavy duty black trash bag, zip ties, a 5-gallon bucket, and everybody who has sewer, or you're in towns or neighborhoods that has sewers and you don't have a septic tank, you're going to want what's called a sewer backflow preventer. You would hire a plumber to put it in, unless your husband knows how to do it, and know where this valve's at so you can go out there and turn it. What this does is keeps all the poo from washing back up into your house, because when that happens, it comes through your drains, it comes back through your sinks, comes back through your tubs, and could come back through your potties. So by eliminating the back sludge coming back through, you know, as soon as a disaster hits, earthquake, tornado, whatever, you go out there, you turn that valve, and your home is now safe and clean. You would get a black trash bag, scoop out the rest of the water after the last flush of a potty, put a black trash bag in. You would want sawdust or kitty litter to sprinkle over the poo. When your bag's full, you go and bury it. If your county is still doing pickup, then throw it away. You throw away dirty diapers, you can throw away your poo. Okay, number 6, a whistle and light sticks, glow sticks. So a whistle, universal whistle sound is 3 blast. You blow it 3 sessions, 1, 2, 3, and then stop. So this is after an earthquake or tornado, and let's say the house collapsed, you got a glow stick. Everybody should have one on their bed or bedside table for emergency purposes. Okay, number 7, prescription eyeglasses. You should have at least 3 pair. You should have one in your car, one in your bug out bag, and one in your home. Number 8, vital documents and a waterproof container. So this would be your bank statements, insurance policy, ID, passport, birth certificate. They can also be photocopied. You might even want a thumb drive, so that say the disaster was you losing your home, but this and insurance, this tells you who you are, what property you owned, and have a thumb drive as well for backup. Okay, number 9, cash in small amounts. So you're wanting 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s. You could do, you know your needs better than I do, so whatever your needs are, that's how much you would want. Number 10, FRS two-way radios, a 2-pack. If your family's bigger than 2 people, then 1 for each member of the family. You could also have what is called a ham bofang. You can only talk on, if it's ham, you can only talk on it if you have a license. But if it's an extreme emergency, somebody's hurt, you're allowed to talk on it. But it's a great source of information, listening to what people are saying near you. And they are battery powered and they do charge. Same for your handheld radios. Alright, number 11. FEMA products in bulk. At least 2 months worth. So you're wanting to buy pads, tampons, panty liners. If you have an older person in your home, Depends underwear, or the babies, diapers and pull-ups. For some of those ladies, you could do, they have underwear now that's made period panties. They can wash out, or a lily cup. So you don't have to keep buying, you just have extra set put in your bag. Number 12, battery powered carbon monoxide detector and a smoke detector. That's self-explanatory. Number 13, an extra set of clothing and footwear and extra undergarments and socks. So you want long pants, long sleeve shirt, a hat for your head. It could be a ball cap, and closed-toed shoes, so tennis shoes or boots, because you may be walking over glass or whatnot. You need flashlights with batteries. That's 14. 15, 2 weeks of medication. Ask your doctor for a 3-month supply, and then put a 2-week supply in your emergency kit. And then when you get to your next 3 month, take that 2 weeks out and then put 2 new ones in. Or there is a company called Jace Case. That's for just in case medication. You can get a year's worth of subscription. That's JASECASE.com. Number 19, you want a blanket or sleeping bag. 20, a first aid kit. 21, baby foods, water and formulas. If they have a special toy or a sleep blanket or whatever that soothes them to go to sleep, make sure you have a duplicate and put it in their bag to go. Let's see, a map of your local area, not on your phone, a paper map. Ensure, okay, 23, ensure you have family communication plan and know your evacuation routes and your backup escape routes. Please do not get on the interstate. Try to know all your back roads to get to wherever your next location is going to be. 24, phone calls may be made out of state. If you have a family member or a friend who lives in a different state, they know that they're going to be the emergency contact, because sometimes local gets overwhelmed, and if you call out of state, they can say yes, they're here, and they say go to the meetup location. And we're going to get into that on 25. Make sure you have all numbers handwritten out into a little book. Keep it in your vehicle. Number 25, have meetup points for all the family members. Let's say you're gonna meet at Walmart or the Cracker Barrel or wherever, so, or little outlet mall or whatever. You know that, and your family would know that, and then y'all all hightail it to safety, and so we get prepared. All right, Frontier Mentality signing out. Please stay safe, please get ready, and please get prepared. Frontier Mentality.